Here's the thing. It is so important that I stress that this is a non-spoiler review of today's film. Why am I stressing this? Because I am committed to doing everything I can to share about this film while allowing future audiences like yourself to have as pure and authentic of an experience with it as possible. The film I'm talking about today is called It's What's Inside, and all I can say is it was a spectacular highlight of my Sundance experience. If you follow me on ForReel or have had a conversation with me about my Sundance trip, you'll know it's no secret that I greatly appreciated the opportunity to see It's What's Inside at its world premiere late night screening during the festival. Before seeing the film, I covered the red carpet and caught up with the director and cast. In these conversations, when I asked what audiences can expect from It's What's Inside, I got a lot of this.
I don't even know what to tell you without giving anything away. Gosh, I feel like if you go in with any expectations, you're just not going to be ready for it.
I think the less you know about it going in, the better.
All in the same hotel, all kind of like very excited to see. This is the tricky bit. Revealing things. Right?
No spoilers, no spoilers. You can't say too much, right?
I was like,
I start off the movie.
And then really just
That phrase will make sense once you've seen the movie.
The buildup was real, and I couldn't be happier that just a few days after its premiere, a major studio picked up this film for distribution. I'll tell you which studio it was in a moment, and I think you'll also be very happy with where this film landed. Okay, look, I have been waiting for the right episode to spotlight this particular bottle of whiskey ever since I started Real Buzzed. It's the Pinot Noir Cask Single Malt Whiskey by Portland-based distillery Westward. And since It's What's Inside was filmed in Portland, this is as good a time as any to finally pair this bottle with the review. And I can't wait to say more about why I love this whiskey and why I love this movie. So today, I'm sipping on Westward Pinot Noir Cask American Single Malt Whiskey and reviewing the film, It's What's Inside. A pre-wedding party descends into an existential nightmare as an estranged friend shows up with a mysterious suitcase. That was all I had to go off of before I saw It's What's Inside. So that's all I'll say to you about the premise of the film. Saying anything more about the premise, I think, will spoil more than is necessary, but what I can confirm is that it is, in fact, a really, really fun film. The concept is wild, and the cast is exceptional at playing the events of this film out in the most entertaining way. The cast is filled out with a stunning set of young actors who I think, if this film is any indication, all have big careers ahead of them. All of these actors have a fantastic chemistry with each other, and the amount of fun they're having with their parts in this film is so evident that the fun factor just naturally bleeds through the screen and onto the audience. But this exceptional cast builds their performances upon the foundation of this film that is a fantastic sci-fi concept from the film's writer-director, Greg Jardin. It's one of those films that really keeps you guessing. Like, just when you've gotten your footing with the concept, a twist comes and totally upends everything. The film moves at a brisk pace from start to finish, maximizing its entertainment value. But it isn't so abstract that you're left confused and disillusioned in the end. It certainly has rewatchability, and perhaps watching it multiple times will help you get a better grasp on the details of scenes and situations, but Greg does a phenomenal job throughout the film of making sure that the audience is sticking with it. And by the end, you'll have enough figured out to properly appreciate the film's final twist and make that final line of the film utterly applause-worthy, which is exactly what happened in my screening. Massive ovation when the credits started rolling after the final line was delivered. It's just fantastic. This film was an incredible theatrical experience, but in the end, the studio that ended up picking up this film for a whopping $17 million was Netflix. Which actually makes a lot of sense. Greg has history with the streaming service, being a preferred artist for some of the show's marketing promos. And without a more, A-list star headlining the film, I can imagine it would be a steep uphill battle to get audiences to a theater for an original, non-franchise, non-sequel film. It is just the unfortunate nature of moviegoer behavior, and we could have a long conversation about how frustrating it is, what people choose to spend their time and money on, and the limited occasions when they do decide to go to the theater. But I digress, because I am actually very happy that people will be able to experience It's What's Inside from the convenience and comfort of their home. So whenever it comes out, make an event out of it. Invite your friends over, prepare snacks, have a drink or two, and just brace yourself to have your mind blown. Westward has been a distillery I've liked for a while, but of their fantastic lineup of American single malt whiskeys, this one is my absolute favorite. It just has such a rich tasting profile, and I can really sense the presence of the Pinot Noir barrel in this bottle. It's very definitive on the dried fruit flavors, and it's those sweet notes that really attract me to this bottle. Plus, it's not too harsh, and the lingering flavors of chocolate really seal the deal for me. With this gorgeous looking presentation, Westward is certainly a head-turning kind of bottle. But for both this whiskey and for the film featured in this review, it's what's inside that is truly remarkable. See what I did there? 5 stars to this whiskey, 5 stars to this movie, and 5 stars to you for tuning in and watching Real Buzzed. Honestly, it means the world to me that you value my opinion and my work on ForReel content. So thank you so much for watching through this episode and for subscribing. Netflix has not yet announced a release date for its What's Inside, but the film's next stop is at South by Southwest here in a little less than a month. And if you're going to South by Southwest, y'all, scratch and claw for tickets to this movie. There won't be a lot of opportunities to see this movie in theaters, and seriously, it is going to be such a perfect film to watch with that festival's kind of engaged audience. I have a ton of coverage on this film, including more Sundance red carpet interviews, photos, and a written review as well, all of which again is extremely non-spoiler, and all of which you can find on the ForReel website. The link is in the description. This is Real Buzzed. Be wise, drink responsibly, and if you like this video and you want to see more, hit like and subscribe.